This is the new G2 Mark soldering iron, and the two main advantage of this soldering iron: it comes with the temperature control knob, and it comes with fully ESD safe technology. Hello everyone, you are welcome my YouTube channel Science of Electronics, and I am Argodeep Tender. Let's go for unboxing and tear down of this soldering iron. In this box you will get only one soldering iron and only one bit. It is written jack tool. If you can notice here, this selection knob, the range is 200 to 450 degrees centigrade. The wire is very long. The cable approximately long as 1.5 meter. This is the main unit. Now I'm going to tear down this soldering iron and see what is the inside of this soldering iron and the build quality and how to repair this type soldering iron. This is actually the screw or nut. You need to open this screw. This is called protective tube. There you can see this is actually the protective tube, and this protective tube comes with 4 hole, and this hole helps to reduce the coil temperature. And this is the bit. This is the anti-skid handle. This is the insulation type head. Here we can see this is the main circuit board, and it is heating element. It is actually 60 watt heating element. If your heating element become damaged or become broken, then you can replace this heating element from this section. You need to desolder this heating element and need to replace this heating element. Some YouTubers and some technician on YouTube channel told about that this is a MOSFET. I'm going to show you this is not a MOSFET, and if you see the model number, it is actually BT134, and BT stands for triac. So it is the triac, and this is actually the diac. And if your diac has become damaged, then you need to replace this diac. If your triac become damaged, then you need to replace this triac. This mechanism actually copied from the ceiling fan regulator, and this is actually a capacitor. I don't know about this capacitor value. This is the power indication LED. This is the 564 SMD resistor. This is a potentiometer. Let's go for check this potentiometer value. I'm just set my multimeter. This is 250 kilo ohms potentiometer. This is actually the 250 kilo ohms potentiometer. You can replace this potentiometer by using a 250 kilo ohms potentiometer. Let's check about the bit quality of the soldering iron. Here you can see this is actually the soldering iron bit, and this bit is the value of this bit is 60 watt. This is the solder on bit. This is pure copper bit. See the bit size, and this bit actually is standard for 25 watt soldering iron, and this is standard for 60 watt soldering iron, but 60 watt bit is much smaller than 25 watt. Here you can see this is the magnet, and if I touch this soldering bit, this is actually the copper bit. Here you can see the bit of this 60 watt soldering iron, and if you see, this bit is fully attracted by magnet because it is actually the alloy metal. It is actually the mixture of iron and copper, so it is actually the alloy metal. Why this company use alloy metal? Because in using time you cannot see much oxidation on this bit, so it is actually very good quality soldering iron bit. Let's check how much time is need for this soldering iron for melting the soldering wire. I am just select the temperature on 450 degrees centigrade and try to check the soldering wire melting time. I am just touch this soldering iron by using my hand, so the soldering iron is fully cold. Now I am going to measure the soldering wire melting time by using this mobile. I am just turn on the switch, turn on the timer instantly. So approximate 18 to 20 seconds is needed. Here you can see this is a classic soldering wire, and it is 60-40 mixture, and the quality of the soldering iron is very good. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Stay happy, stay safe, and see you next time. Thank you.